as Baby Bay said, Cloud9 has not had great results on this map. So this one kind of just is an open book for the start to see how both teams are going to approach it.
The first thing that brings to mind to me when I see C9 on the defensive side of this map was their matchup against Furia, where Furia went 12-0 on their attack half against C9. So you're hoping for that correction, that they've went through those VODs and that they're ready to play against NRG, who are already hitting towards this A side. Victor already coming towards that back, and Ethan's holding that door. Door's also going to close. Looks like C9's ready to play the flood retake, and it's quick. Paranoid comes out, and that's a twofer for both teams. And now a 3-on-3 spike has yet to come down, but it's out in the open and up for grabs for the attack side of NRG. Tap on that spike, door gets broken, shot darts on the ground, but Som lands the shot. Low HP of the players of NRG, and lower HP are C9 falling down. Big adjustment coming out from Cloud9, trying to counteract that rush right away. You're seeing now this full eco coming out from Cloud9 and a gamble stack. All 5 players potentially reading that the hit from NRG is coming towards this B site. It's a good read for so far because Victor is trying to probe the entrance.
Same look for NRG on this round too, just a different site. FNS on the lurk with 4 working towards that front side. Now anything can still happen on this one as FNS is gaining that info, and they still have mid to work after these rounds. But you're right, Vanity with the call here for the second round. They can get even a B main push when the smoke clears to find out that no one's there. That'll be good info to get them on a position for a retake. And NRG have slowed it down. I mean, you gotta expect Vanity has a Bucky or something crazy just around the corner. Guy's done it before, a shorty, something else. So yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a slow one for the second round.
And if anything on this full eco, a right-click classic is also good enough here for Cloud9. And you can definitely tell here from that stack that they have no choice but to just wait in line, because any type of utility that they're trying to use on their defensive side will potentially give the tell here for NRG of where that stack could be.
Exactly. Just the little audio cues. Walking into mid there, it was actually Spike. Ethan was going on a little fact-finding mission. And they head over towards A after inserting crashies and trying to fake the B drone. They still keep C9 to anchor B, and this should be a very smooth entrance into A here for NRG as they set up the post plant. And Finesse, he wants to get everything out of these rounds, it seems. Not leaving too much up to chance. And they only lose 1 there. They did get crashies out.
All he wanted to do was to stay behind. And Cloud9 getting that pick, not picking up the ghost. Finesse, first contact towards the tree. Has support coming out here from Ethan as they're crunching in now for Cloud9. Paranoid now comes out, there's the first contact by Finesse. Clean on that shot with the stinger. Vanity pushed behind by the fragment left here by the KO. Now here comes C9 flooding in as you have Zeppa stuck inside that side. Now pinched and sandwiched by the dice. Som gets that pick. At least 2 players alive now for Cloud9. And they're just going to wait out that clock. I mean, they've done some decent damage so far. There's 3 players left alive for NRG. And it seems it'll be those 3 players keeping their guns for the next round for NRG as they convert now the anti-eco.
All right, we get to a bonus. Has to worry about when that starts to happen. Again, to the right side of the map, but all 5 this time for NRG. It looks like they wanted to get caught inside that 0 point just a little bit.
And full arsenal's already coming out for Cloud9. Rooney invested into this Odin. You heard it ring very faintly in the background as they're trying to get a wallbang frag into B main. But they don't know yet here for NRG, rather, that all of the team is grouped up here towards the A site. Knife comes out, it will disable Oxy in terms of his utility, and there's that Victor pushing through, Cloud burst away, backstab onto Vanity as well. That opens up the site for a bit. Upgrade weapon now coming in for NRG. As it's the same thing as a pistol round. They close in, they close the door, and they try to get the spike plant down, but at least Zeppo was able to get one before this plant came through.
Molly going out, trying to clear a little bit of lower here. Looks like they're about to fall in if they can get this door broke or pushed on rather from tree.
And both Owl drones got information right here, and they realize now for NRG that Cloud9 are looking to flood once again for the top. So that lurk from behind, long range with the stinger, and there's only 1 left alive, and it's Victor that knocks down Zeppa at the dice.
Doing those things we remember, creating impact frags. Back towards B. Spans. This has been A, B. Just back and forth, pulling C9 across the map. And another spam kill coming in.
It's always fine for NRG.
Absolutely.
Especially for Finesse, as they find any type of aggression wherever they want to move towards to. It's always going to be a slow round right after, where Finesse now has the opportunity to call the mid round. As they go for pre-fired shots, and there was a timing here for Cloud9 to try to come out. But it looks like NRG found that timing to fall back on time, but Trips is also going to watch their backs.
Yes, the cross-map coverage here.
Long range with the Sheriff. That's Oxy right in the dome, but answered back by Som onto Moose, so they know there's at least 1 more player behind enemy lines. Back and forth to go once again towards the tree. But needless to say, it's only Rooney left alive with the Sheriff. Storm 4 kills in the round.
The site even harder, making that op retake difficult for C9. So a gamble in a sense, but still, this could be big for Oxy. And they find him right away. How unfortunate for him.
And that's a drone that's going to push him back. Oxy stays outside of the radius of the knife being thrown by Ethan. But he's still going to look to reposition back towards middle and probably switch this spot once again with Rooney. Actually, he's just waiting with the Odin to wallbang towards the spot once turret actually sounds the alarm. But for now, nobody from NRG are going to move in towards Pizza. All of them once again grouped up together, but this time towards the front B site.
Ooh, null command, but this is going to be good. Moose is over at A, so they can still activate the mollies.
Recon Dart came out though, and it's not going to ping Vanity, who breaks it right away. Smoke's coming out, the sprays through from the Odin, but the first contact are from both players on either side. But NRG takes the tally of the lead of this tally so far in terms of the trades. Looks like one more time, C9 will have to play the retake, but at a man disadvantage.
Yeah. And again, before this retake, let's talk about NRG adapting to that, realizing the mollies went out, they couldn't shut the door, and they knew the fight would instantly come from mid pressure they didn't have. They turn, they kill mid, and all of that delay in B site goes away as NRG again figure out how to get around it.
And as soon as Finesse throws that hat, you definitely know here that it's game over for Cloud9 in this round. Especially when Rooney only has 1 HP off this Odin, and they were looking to just flood back. They still had that flash available from Zeppa, but that one hat thrown out by Finesse. The difference that you have in the Sentinels between NRG and C9, you definitely see the advantage here of Finesse pulling out the Cypher.
And now they know there's an op on the map too. So they'll have to play around that. Again, it's been A, B, A, B. We haven't seen them go mid just yet. There was a look mid because I think they expected Oxy, Sam too. So not really too much to have here in terms of that unless Oxy gets a kill.
One suppressed.
We'll start with a slow round though. Exchange of utility towards the A main. The one-way smoke thrown out by Vanity is not really forcing the hand of energy trying to fight through until this flash comes out. The TP came across down from Som to take control of A main at the very beginning. Still that buddy system you mentioned here, Riv, it's there.
Yeah.
Vanity is set up with Zeppa. Just looking to move here towards the wine. The Allen drone, if it looks to clear towards the A site though, might give a chance for Zeppa for the surprise.
I wonder if FNS peeks out here to Oxy or that movement happens. They have just cement shoes right now as this wine play happens. They're gonna see him.
Still swings down and still gets the kill into Victor. The spray comes back through the smoke from NRG. But for now, Zeppa stays alive. Low HP, 5 left. Odin spray out from Crashies, but no shock darts to confirm the kill.
They hold the dart, not expecting it to do too much. Probably just get the kill on this. Maybe Sam said, you hold it. FNS is still lurking about, but they have a ping on him. I think they heard him on the left side there, and there's a shot from Oxy. We finally see that movement in mid as this wine play hits onto Zeppa.
It's the best you could have done here for Zeppa. Try to do another one and done, especially when the Allen drone didn't get broken. That allowed here for Crashies to get that ping towards the wine, get that information for them to close in on the Zeppa until Oxy lands that shot with the operator. Swings out again for the second one. A trade finally comes through, but it's only Finesse left. 1 versus 3, now a 1 versus 2. Cage up, 8 seconds left. Tap on that spike, he has to stick it. There's the Odin to spray out, and it's Rooney with the pick, and C9 finally score on the board.
And they had the round win plan. That's going to be their first one, like you said. Imi's got to feel good about that. And now the operator will pressure towards mid. And first time NRG is going to put a lot of their forces here too. The reads right now are kind of incredible from both teams and how they may be able to get an upper hand on these rounds.
There's that timing comes through, waiting for that smoke to be thrown, or the flash rather, as the smoke dissipates, allowing both players from NRG to push through and take down Oxy. That's the operator down. Null command coming up to try to slow them down on the defensive side. That's Zeppa that activates it. Hunter's Sphere on an attack does get the ping onto Moose, and Moose unfortunately falls for C9. Underhand flash, full player blind, and Zeppa gets the pick. Nowhere coming through now for NRG. Still a man behind, a man down. Cloud9 have to regroup, but they're separated across the map. Plant towards the B side for NRG, and Crashies is still trying to find that flank. A 1v1 should be won now by Vanity.
Almost a phantom moment. He's good. 2v2 now into the site as Victor pushes stairs here for the aggressive play.
It's a good call as well. Now it just got spotted towards the market. The dash is wasted. It actually separates both the players of NRG.
One enemy remaining.
He then goes for the hero play on top of the staircase. Jiggle peeks to see the last one, and not a chance for Vanity to come through.
Boathouse, the back of B on big Killjoy hits. But since they have the Cypher, they make the play towards mid and still use the Hunter's Fury towards the backside of site. Really nice adjustment, and a good adjustment from Finesse there.
Tempo change from both teams. Not allowing Finesse to get it any late lurks back towards the A side hit, but already NRG moved inside the side, already on top of Heaven too. Owl Drone to try to clear it out to give a chance now for Victor to move forward. Hunter's Fury out on the defensive side, Paranoia at the same time. It does get the contact onto Crashies. But we can't move in yet to go for the plant. Finally, Som goes for a safe plant.
Spike planted.
And they are swarmed right now. This is going to be a tough one. Victor's on top of Jenny trying to make it happen.
Just trying to stay alive now as he just got spotted by the Owl Drone, and dagger match for both Jets. But Victor gets picked off by Vanity, and that's too much to deal there for Som. And Cloud9 comes back for the defuse. And they still have a little bit of fight left.
Absolutely they do. A 6-6 first half. Not going to be too shabby here. I think it might be a bit of a B main push.
Looks like a new strat in the playbook, though. Trying to do a little bit more conditioning. They throw the knife towards the A side.
Yeah.
The recon also towards B, so you're trying to ping a lot of players off the rip, and you realize a lot of them were towards this B side. Look at this fast pivot from NRG right after to commit towards middle to try to break this alarm bot while the rest of them are trying to work towards tree.
Just missed the alarm bot. Finesse might be able to hear that in a second, though. So we know what the lurk is, the play towards A so far, but this could easily go back market mid if they find that lurk.
Avoiding their flashes, though, are the defenders of Cloud9. Forced to fall back and played in the back lines of the A site. As NRG still grouping up, still looking for that opportunity here for Finesse to come through, potentially break the alarm bot. They still have a lot of time to work with here, too.
Oh, big dart.
Yeah, that knife is going to hit a lot. Vanity now setting up towards that back with Zeppa. That's a 1-for-1, but Victor opens it up. Forcing now Rooney to stay behind. He does have an Odin. It goes for shock darts as well at the default spot, but the plant is actually deep in the back of the A site for A main.
Oh, cat and mouse.
One by Finesse.
It's not the first time, too, for this Ascent game. FNS has been so much trouble in the middle of the map here for Cloud9 on the rotations, on the play overall, and just being able to add information to what NRG wants. Another save here from Cloud9 as they push over towards B and try to keep themselves alive.
And this is nothing new. He's done similar things right now.
My gosh.
But this time couldn't get the punish onto Rooney. No second surprise. And for now, the last two players trying to save their weapons in the back of this B side. Low HP, but thankfully, if you're looking at that radar, they should be safe now. The spike will go and detonate, allowing NRG to score 7 now in this first half.
After this loss, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, it is dwindling here as this one goes on. Round 10, back towards the B side of the site. You know, it looks like C9 are kind of just in a full rotation mode on this, ready to move to any side of the map. They're trying to play reactive, Vince.
You see the change, small changes coming out from NRG.
Yeah,
they threw
always.
the pop flash before the smoke dissipated. It looked like it was going to be a similar play. And as they storm through, it breaks the timing of C9's positioning, and Ox once again falls right away.
Crazy. Wait a minute. The brain is growing? Is it growing or is it getting smooth? We have to find out. Oh, it's growing. Ethan takes one down. They'll move in, but a hiding Rooney. Causing problems? Nope.
And look at the last two players already like staying back towards this A site. Thankfully, at least for now, Moose has full utility towards this A site so that they could try to have a final stand. Try to save the weapons into the next round, but Finesse is already on the hunt.
Just like the round starts and it's like C9's in instant save mode already. NRG again going for the throat on one of these rounds. And they're, yeah, just delaying the inevitable fight that's going to happen. We don't know who's going to go down yet, but they are pinching down on this site.
You talked about it, Riv, for some of these rounds where NRG didn't look like they were taking too much mid control, and this time when they add pressure towards it, they're finding success in that too. So anytime a strat that's being called currently by Finesse.
We're in tree, hang out for tree for a second, gather a little bit more info. Once they got hit with a 0 point, they were ready to act. They peel out into sight, kill Zeppa, kill Vanity. They're not being put on the back foot right now in anything that Cloud9 is bringing to the table. And it's got to be so frustrating for Cloud9. It's not just FNS's calls around the play, around the map. It's also the shots just not hitting for C9 right now. Oxy's going to bring the op back out as we get an even slower round from NRG. And Finesse has been fast and slow, just pushing and pulling the mentality, if you will, of Cloud9 through these rounds.
Exactly.
Spikes just got picked up here at 1 minute.
And it forces these things, these jiggle peaks coming out from Cloud9 because they don't have that real utility to look back here as they're waiting for that utility to refresh, at least on Rooney and on Zeppa. And you almost saw one player got caught off towards the B main.
Look, are they going to sell B again with some Crashy's util and then go towards A, or are they going to market mid? There's so many options they have here. 40 seconds.
Flashbang.
Starts with a pop flash, though. With the left corner B checked as Zeppa and Moose. Actually, Moose and Oxy are trying to hold that angle.
There it goes.
There's an all commando, 2 op shots ringing out from behind from Oxy on top of the tree. That activates the push. Moose is moving forward, gets the backstab onto Victor. No more dash entry finally for NRG. Subs holding the off angle, and at least the players inside the B site are holding their grounds. It's only Som left alone now to 1 versus 4. Paranoia, 13 seconds left. Spike down as well and out of reach. And finally, here comes that pinch. He's able to get 2 at least. Until he finally falls.
Like, they won't get pushed. They're not going to get that flank because Cloud9 has been playing so passive and letting NRG do what they want. Now the 3-2 split towards A. They stay out of that 0 point for one of these rounds. A lot of times FNS will be up on that with a few more members. And now they're already ready to enter into tree here.
It's another great point, actually. We haven't seen too many opportunities of Cloud9 setting up any trap plays to fight back against NRG's playstyle. So it's all reactive. A lot of the players now smoked up towards the tree. Counter paranoias for both teams. And Victor, close range battle, wins it against Vanity. Player advantage once again for NRG. Scoring a lot of first bloods in this first half. And Ethan will get the plant down. But instantly that lockdown comes through, but it's passive towards the back. They know here that NRG loves to crunch in and try to break the lockdown. Now isolating everybody towards the left side. But Ethan is too good with the play. That's 3 on the board. And no value coming out of corralling NRG outside of the A site. And Moose is left alone, 1 versus 4. EDS with the Odin, but that's it. Closing it round. It's got to be an easy task for C9 once we get these gun rounds.
I mean, maybe they could turn time back and get the Eagle round win rate back up again. Get that 30+%.
Got a lot of value at least, but unfortunately Oxy couldn't get any of those kills. And what they're good on so far in these pistol rounds is slowly falling apart. Only Rooney and Zeppa left, and they're pushing through. NRG just takes the fight to Cloud9. Rooney's left alone now, spotted by Som.
3 gone.
At least manages to get the headshot onto Victor, but down to 20 HP, and everywhere he goes, he just gets shot in the back. And
NRG just play far back in the sights here and make Cloud9 walk into sight. All right. One way slows them down at first, but it does look like Cloud9's going to stay with the death ball and see what they can do to get at least some plant money down here. Maybe pick up one of these weapons in A.
Definitely looked like they didn't want to pop flash into the A main. They want to use that util for the A site hit, and there's the full hit. Not a good timing, though, as Som was able to break that recon before he gets blinded. Oxy finds space and finds a kill at least. 5 players now moving in for Cloud9. 3 on the top of heaven, and that's the wall bank coming out from Ethan. Turret now gets broken. Ethan is looking for more kills. Cloudburst dissipates. 1-on-1 against Rooney. Wins that fight as well. Back up to the Classic. He has support on the side. Drops to the ground. But the Classics from Cloud9 are answering back. Advantage back for Cloud9 as they get the plat down. No upgrades yet, though. Running towards these rifles if they can. Moose upgrades into a Bulldog. It's up to Finesse and Crashies. Only with a Spectre and a Ghost. And they're isolated. Finesse is looking for the first contact.
Shoulder.
Potentially sees the shoulder exactly as Zeppa towards that A main, and it's trying to lurk through towards the generator. It's smoked out. Gets the spray through the smoke. That is dirty. Back to a 2v2. Finesse closes the gap towards A main. Zeppa falls, and it's up to Moose alone. Bobby weaving away out towards hell, but not enough for the kill. Crashies will then come in for the defuse, but it's Poolchan with 3K.
And NRG now 11-3 here as we get to the bonus. Operator for Victor here to shut down these plays of C9. Where's he going to go to? Already milling about. Didn't get what he wanted in the beginning, so mid is the play.
It's a heavy investment. Already identified by Cloud9, but no hits coming through from the first op shot bullet coming out from Victor. Gives him an opportunity until I say that Crashies Able to ADS down Oxy from the switch, closes that door and does not give a chance here for Cloud9 to go for a trade.
Fans, and that's what we were talking about before. The fact that there's these solo peaks, you just run up on the other side, and Oxy's still trying to do that. And while Oxy himself has said, it's like 4v5. I'm out there, and if I die, it's still 4v5. But you got to make those plays at this point. 11-3 down. You can't just be going for the 1v1s. NRG is cleaning up everything. It's going to be a drone towards B. Victor's ready with the off just on the other side here as they walk into these trips as well.
And they're just waiting for that cage to come down, and hopefully with the cage coming down, there's 3 players that could actually take at least a trade. So they're trying at least a buddy system for a trade, but they meet up with the op once again of Victor, who this time lands the shot. And with Zeppa isolated towards Pizza, there was no extra utility to help them pop flash out. And here comes the continuous heroic plays out of Cloud9. Yes, it manages to get a few kills, but not enough map control as Moose is left stranded towards the A site.
10 seconds
Tap
left.
forward, there's still Ethan dancing around the generator, but he's not even. But they decide to go for the lower buy so they could have that utility to add up to what they could do on the attack side. Especially when you're looking at this buy, Rooney doesn't have a drone. It's going to make it even more difficult for them to really try to split towards this B site, where it seems at least the game plan at the beginning. Trip broken now by Oxy. Falls back in. At least he's able to waste down potentially this dash from Victor.
He's loving it. If you saw the cam there when he was dashing, he's got a smile on his face. Oxy's looking for that play. He's in it, but the play is in B.
Trap kill coming through, and Crashies is able to get that one. Victor then answers back onto Moose. Oxy re-engaging back towards the middle. Once again, the buddy system is still better for NRG. A 1-for-1 player advantage. The hat to get information in it. They'll know. They've isolated the last 2 players of Cloud9 inside this B site. Thankfully, though, it is an Odin in the hands of Zeppa and a Guardian for Vanity, so they have some weaponry to work with. The wallbang starts first. He tries to counter bang across with the Odin.
He's limping.
And there's nothing in the system. There's no flashes to come out. There's no knife. The Paranoia first. And last to go is the last to fall. Vanity picked by Victor, and Cloud9 crumbles to NRG on Ascent. What
a first map. I mean, Finesse set the pace in the first few rounds. The transition from A, B. In the first round, you get an operator. They start going mid and absolutely splitting Cloud9. And you can see Cloud9, they're obviously smiling right now. They didn't want to lose, but they know that was just out of their hands with the way NRG was playing. What a clean game. And I think for the NRG fans, this is what they've been waiting to see. That behind each other play, the confidence in each other's shots, the strategies, in FNS being on the outside of the map, just calling a masterclass of a game.
Icebox coming up next, and it's going to be after the break.